Over 2,000 years ago, in ancient Greece, a blind poet named Homer, along with the greatest historians and storytellers of their time, recorded the epic tales of the gods. These stories spoke of powerful deities, mighty heroes, and battles that shaped the heavens and the earth. Among these legends, none were greater than the rise of the Olympians, the gods who ruled from the heights of Mount Olympus. But before their reign, before their thrones were carved in the heavens, there was chaos, war, and betrayal. This is the story of how the gods came to rule the cosmos. This is the tale of the rise of Olympus. Long before the reign of Zeus, before Olympus was built, the world was ruled by chaos. From this darkness, Gaia, the earth itself, was born. She gave shape to the land, the mountains, and the seas. But she was alone, and so she created Uranus, the sky, to rule beside her. Together, they bore powerful children, the mighty Titans, the one-eyed Cyclopes, and the monstrous Hecatoncheires. But Uranus feared their strength. To keep his rule, he cast his own children into the abyss of Tartarus, imprisoning them beneath the earth. Gaia, heartbroken by Uranus's cruelty, sought revenge. She turned to her youngest Titan son, Cronus, and gave him a weapon, a great sickle. "Strike down your father," she whispered. And so Cronus did. With one swift strike, Uranus was dethroned. Cronus, now ruler of the cosmos, freed the Titans and claimed his throne. But like his father before him, he too would fear his own children. Cronus married Rhea, and together they bore children: Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, Poseidon. But Cronus had heard a terrible prophecy. One of his own children would overthrow him. To prevent this, he swallowed each child whole, trapping them within him. But Rhea refused to lose another child. When her youngest son, Zeus, was born, she wrapped a stone in swaddling cloth and presented it to Cronus. Without hesitation, he swallowed it. The real child, Zeus, was hidden away, raised in secret, destined to bring an end to his father's reign. When Zeus came of age, he returned to confront his father. With the help of Metis, the goddess of wisdom, he devised a cunning plan. Disguised as a servant, Metis slipped a powerful potion into Cronus's drink. The Titan king, feeling its effects, retched and coughed, and from his depths his swallowed children emerged, fully grown, furious, and ready for war. The Titanomachy had begun, a war unlike any before. For 10 years the sky burned, the earth trembled, and the heavens were torn apart. Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades led the rebellion against Cronus and the mighty Titans. But the war was at a stalemate. Seeking an advantage, Zeus ventured into the abyss of Tartarus and freed the forgotten Cyclopes and Hecatoncheires. In gratitude, the Cyclopes forged divine weapons: the thunderbolt for Zeus, the trident for Poseidon, and the helmet of invisibility for Hades. Armed with these gifts, the Olympians launched their final assault. Zeus's thunderbolts rained down, Poseidon's trident shook the seas, and Hades' helm allowed him to move unseen, striking fear into the hearts of the Titans. One by one, the old gods fell. With one final earth-shattering strike, Zeus defeated Cronus. The Titans were cast into Tartarus, locked away in chains. Their rule ended forever. With the Titans defeated, Zeus and his brothers divided the cosmos. Zeus claimed the sky, ruling as king. Poseidon took the seas, and Hades, the underworld. Upon the highest mountain, they built their new kingdom, Olympus, the home of the gods. From the peak of Mount Olympus, Zeus built a city of divine majesty unlike anything the world had ever seen. Massive marble halls, golden thrones, and towering pillars carved from the very bones of the earth. It was a place where only the gods could walk, a sanctuary above the mortal world, untouched by time and war. Here the 12 Olympians gathered, each a god of immense power, each with a role in shaping the world. Yet even with Olympus built, Zeus knew his rule was not secure. A king must have a queen, a partner to rule beside him, and among all the goddesses. One stood above the rest, Hera, his sister and equal in power. Hera was not easily won. Unlike the others, she did not fall to Zeus's charm. Proud and strong-willed, she rejected his advances again and again. But Zeus, determined to make her his queen, devised a plan. One evening, as Hera wandered through the misty forests of Olympus, she found a small trembling bird caught in a storm. Its feathers were drenched, its tiny body shivering. Feeling pity, she scooped it into her hands and held it close, shielding it from the rain. But the moment she did, the bird transformed into Zeus himself. He had taken the form of the helpless creature to lure her into his embrace. Surprised, Hera tried to pull away, but Zeus held her fast. He swore his love, vowing that no other goddess could stand beside him as his queen. Trapped by fate, honor, or perhaps something deeper, Hera finally agreed. The wedding of Zeus and Hera was the greatest celebration Olympus had ever seen. The gods and goddesses gathered, the heavens were filled with light, and the cosmos rejoiced. The union of the king and queen of Olympus was sealed, and together they would reign for eternity. But their marriage would be anything but peaceful. Though bound by love and power, Zeus and Hera's union would be tested by jealousy, betrayal, and countless rivalries. And Olympus, though strong, would soon find itself shaken by conflict, not from the Titans, but from the gods themselves. And so Olympus stood tall, its golden halls shining above the world, ruled by the gods who had claimed their thrones through war and power. Zeus and Hera reigned as king and queen, their rule shaping the fate of mortals and gods alike. But though the Titans had fallen, the echoes of their defeat would never fade. The gods had won their throne not through peace, but through conquest, and conquest breeds resentment. Far below Olympus, in the deepest reaches of the earth, forces stirred, old grudges unforgotten, new rivalries waiting to be born. Though the great halls of Olympus have faded into legend, the gods of ancient Greece still echo through time. Their myths, once whispered by poets and carved into stone, continue to shape the world around us. From the wisdom of Athena, found in philosophy and strategy, to the strength of Ares, reflected in warfare and competition, the influence of the Olympians is woven into the fabric of civilization. The architecture of our cities, the words of our language, the symbols of justice, power, and love, all carry traces of the gods who once ruled from the heavens. Their stories, passed down through generations, have inspired the greatest works of art, literature, and film. The tales of Zeus, Hera, Poseidon, and Hades live on, not as mere myths, but as timeless reflections of human nature, our desires, our struggles, our triumphs. Though the gods no longer walk among us, their legacy remains immortal. As long as humanity dreams, questions, and seeks meaning in the stars, the legends of Olympus will never fade.